Hey besties, it's your girl Shayla from the Best For Me podcast, validating narcissist abuse survivors, daughters with narcissist mothers, or anyone who has been emotionally abused or in a narcissist relationship. This month, we're observing mental health awareness. In the last episode, I touched on why we should prioritize our mental health. Today, I want to go deeper as to why our mental health is so important. If you know why it's important, you'll be more likely to prioritize it, right? Before I get to the data, let me tell y'all, I found a winner protein drink. If you're trying to lose weight or minimize your daily calories, you will love this fruity tasting protein drink called Clear. That's Clear with a K. I'm not into protein drinks, but like I said, I'm trying to lose weight and minimize my calories, so I wanted to try it, and it really is delicious. You want a protein drink that is non-lactose, zero sugar, and zero calories, and has 20 grams of protein. This is the drink for you. They have two different flavors. I bought the strawberry watermelon, but reviews say the wild raspberry is the best, so I will be ordering the wild raspberry once I'm done with the strawberry watermelon. Now I didn't forget about you. You can get it too. Just go to clear.com, pick your flavor, and use the code B4Me to get 20% off. The link is in the episode description. Go get you some. The data I have obtained comes from credible, authoritative sources online. You should do your own research to develop a comprehensive understanding for why mental health is important. I know there is a stigma surrounding mental health, influencing many people to ignore their mental health. Well, let's put the stigma aside for now so we can look at the importance of having good mental health. We'll talk about the stigma in another episode. You may or may not know that your mental health is tied to your physical health. The National Institute of Mental Health, also known as the NIMH, has reported that mental illnesses like depression and anxiety can cause physical health symptoms that cannot be explained. Symptoms indicating a risk for diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. So you see, ignoring your mental health could lead to bigger issues. We're not going to talk about those physical changes like hair loss and weight gain, or for some, maybe it is weight loss. If you listen to the Buddhists, and I do read their life principles for enlightenment as well as strength to endure, the Buddha taught that the mind is the essence of our overall well-being. What we think we become, anything that powerful should be protected. Besides our physical health, how does our mental health affect our daily lives and how we handle stress? Well, according to the NIMH, 1 in every 5 adults live with a mental illness, varying in degrees of severity, of course. So that means that we are probably working with someone who is mentally ill. You have likely done business with someone who is mentally ill, and there may be someone mentally ill in your family. What about your aspirations in life and reaching your short and long-term goals, like completing your education or having a career? Your mental health determines if you are able to reach these goals. What about your relationships? Have you noticed a pattern of failed relationships? It could be them who have the problem, but what if it's you? Mental health is essential to our quality of life. Don't accept what is making you unhappy as being your normal. I remember the first time I went to see a therapist. I was in my 20s at the time, and when I talked to the therapist about my problems, she told me that I was not the one that should be in therapy. Woohoo! It wasn't me! That's what the narcissist does. They have you thinking you are the problem because it could never be them, right? I felt so vindicated that it was my narcissist mother who had the problem that I never went back to see the therapist after the first visit. At that time I was young and still had not determined that my mother was a narcissist. That revolution didn't come until I was in my 40s, which is when I learned my childhood experience was actually abuse. To wrap this up, let's just know that mental health is important because your mind navigates all that you do physically, emotionally, as well as mentally. If your mind is malfunctioning with negative self-talk, or maybe you get uncomfortable around certain people or in certain situations, or maybe you are struggling to find who you are and you struggle with self-doubt. You could be obsessed with something that's holding you back in life, or do people find you hard to be around? I don't know, but you should. You know that saying, happy wife, happy life? Well, here's a new one for you. Get your mind right. Get your life right. This is Best for Me, and I'm Shayla. Go get your clear protein drink and have your best day being you.